Welcome to Johnny's Poop Shack, episode 13, where I go and review smelly movies so that you don't have to potentially smelly them. You know by now what we do. Today's movie is Harold and the Purple Crayon.
Let's go have some fun.
I am breaking my streak of action and adventure and violence to review a family movie. And I'm not disappointed. So if you don't know the story, it's based on a book. And the book is called, surprisingly enough, Harold and the Purple Crayon. And it's about a child who has a crayon. And he can draw everything that comes to his mind. And it comes to life. So, as you've ascertained by the previews, he becomes a real-life man with a crayon that can draw anything he likes. And as you can imagine, things go awry because you're not supposed to have that kind of power out here in the real world. So, this movie stars Zachary Levi. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. I didn't phonic it before in this review, so I'm not sure. It also stars the girl from Elf, Zoe Deschanel, and you know, I was a little disappointed. It seemed like she phoned it in, like she had a phone the whole time sitting at her house and just called in her lines, and they did it in some AI. I didn't think she was very good in this one. That's my opinion. Zachary Levi's, he was great. He was himself. I haven't seen him in much else past Shazam, so I'm guessing he's just happy to do anything, and he did really well at it. It also stars Lil Rel Holloway. I'm terrible with the names today. He's a comedian, and I've actually worked with him on a show. And he did okay on this one. He did himself. He didn't really stand out. He didn't really do anything exciting. He just did a good job, and that's all you can ask. And I'm not sure who the porcupine girl was. She did pretty good. I think they should have used her more, but they didn't. So there you go. And then there is a guy, Library Gary. And you will meet Library Gary. And I liked Library Gary. He was basically just kind of a lost dude. So that's the cast. The neon score. I'm doing so many movies now that don't have neon tubes and pretty colors. I'm just lumping it all together, man. So 7. It had a lot of great colors. It had a lot of great vehicles in this too. It had a couple of really cool vehicles that the picture car team put together. And so kudos to the picture car team. They did wonderfully on this. That one with everything was purple, first off. And yeah, you know what vehicles I'm talking about. They were cool. I liked them. The picture car team gets a 9 on this one. How about that, Ricky Bobby? Ricky Bobby was a member of the picture car team. He's a good friend of mine, Rick Sosby. And moving on to the Letterkenny Fight Index. This is not an action film. It's not an adventure film. It's kind of an adventure film. There's no violence, but there are stunts, and they're good stunts. The stunts were they very craftily fit into the action so much that you kind of didn't notice them all that much. You saw the stuff that was going on, with some good driving stuff, and it was a great time. There were a bunch of stunt people on it, a lot more than I thought needed to be there for the amount of stunt work I saw, but, you know, I was kind of engrossed in the film, so I missed a lot of it. So there you have that. This is a family film. Take your kids. You can go as an adult. I took my wife because my wife doesn't do the fisticuffs. She hates the violence. She hates the fighting in real life and in fake life, movie life. And so we went and had a good time. We had drinks, we had popcorn, and we got sick afterwards. So it was great. It was a perfect date for a Saturday. It's not a very long movie. The kids won't get bored and drive you bananas. There were a bunch of kids in this theater, and children usually drive me bananas. But this one, no shenanigans, I have to say. They were pretty good and quiet, and that means the movie was good. If kids are up and running around in a kids movie, your kids movie stinks. It gets a 2, probably a 1. So there you have that. So I'm going to give this one about a 7.5. I enjoyed it. As an adult, I enjoyed a story about a grown man with a magical crayon. that can draw things and make them come to life. So sue me for that. Going forward, I don't know what I'll do. We're back on the Monday rotation. Last week I had a Friday release because of Deadpool and Wolverine, which is awesome. And this week I may do a midweek. I kind of want to do a midweek. I'm not sure what it'll be. I still want to do Scott Pilgrim vs. the World because that's literally one of my favorite movies. And it's the first movie my wife and I saw together. So I might do that. But hopefully, I think this Friday is Borderlands. And I'm really expecting a stinky from Borderlands. I'm hoping it's great, but I don't think it's going to be. And you know what? I didn't think that about Twisters. And you know what? It wasn't that great. So maybe I'm good. Maybe I'm a fortune teller. I foretell these things. Anyway, 7.5, and you should go see it. It's a cute movie that kind of gets you out of all the crap, and there's no agendas, no nothing. It's literally just a good fun movie. So take that for what you will, and I'll see you probably at a midweek. See ya.